We're talking about the Jozini Dam chart, or the old JG Straight-On chart, or the Pongola Poort Dam. Um, it is one of our biggest dams. I think it's in our top 5 dams in South Africa. It's up here near this Swaziland border. Guys, I say this every single video, but please always use Navionics. It's going to default to something else, but use your Navionics to a chart you see on the right-hand side there, so that you can locate these dams quite nicely. Okay, there's the dam there. Guys, first of all, what data has been available for this dam up until now? Of course, on the Lawrence, South Africa chart, there are some very basic contours there, which gives gives a pretty good basic layout of the dam, the main channel, and that. But when it comes to detail, I mean, if you go out to these flats here, that's it. That's the end of the honeymoon. But for what you're paying, it's a very affordable chart, very basic chart. It shows you the main channel leading up to the river section and that. So yeah, up until this point, it's been great for the guys to have at least something. It is, however, very inaccurate, from a depth perspective. And the reason for that is it was taken from the old sediment chart. And the old sediment chart, it was pretty much a guess what those values were. It's taken from elevation, not from actual depth data. These were the old Department of Water Affairs and Forestry DWAF charts, the sediments. And so there was a lot of guessing, but like I said, for what you're paying for, it was a great chart, and it's been available for a long time. The game has now changed. Okay, as most of you who follow me on Facebook will know, myself and my team, we were on Jozini, and we were testing a brand new boat, the new Lady Amy, which is a new 4-meter autonomous survey craft. Had a rough 4 days in the beginning, taking an untested boat on a daunting piece of water like this. Jozini Dam, by the way, is over 30,000 acres. With her down at 82% that she's on currently. She's down, you'll see it's at 82%. She's minus 2 meters. And there we go. It's basically 6 feet down from full. But I think it's a good place to start, because it sounds like the dam sits here at this sort of level constantly. You spend, unless we have a drought. So guys, the detail on these charts is just phenomenal. So basically here, if I zoom in here, these depth values, as long as the depth is at around 82%, which means it's 2 meters down from full, you're going to get very accurate data. Should it rain and the level comes up, you're going to have to just measure that on the shore. It's going to be between 1 and 6 feet maximum that it's going to come up, and you will just have to adjust that in your head on the value, what you need to add, or if the water level drops, you'll just have to drive out onto the water, get onto a nice flat area like this, zoom in, see that's 30 foot, look at your finder and see what your level is. If it says it's 26 feet, you're going to minus 4 feet, obviously, from all these values. Unfortunately, Lawrence doesn't have that awesome tool where you can actually adjust the depth, should the dam come up or down. But hopefully, maybe we will see that someday. Okay, when I zoomed in now, you're probably thinking to yourself, hang on, but that's only 10-foot changes on the whole dam, so that it doesn't get too cluttered, because it's a very deep dam and can get very cluttered very quickly. As you can see, there's the main, all the way up the gorge. Everything is done all the way to the dam wall. This is a very interesting area too. I think the guys will enjoy fishing these sort of areas. There's a lot of information here. But let's go up here where it gets, the more popular sort of areas. If you look at this area here and you say, yeah, but that's 10 foot. I thought we got precision contours. Yes. In this area here, you will select north high contrast. The HC stands for high contrast. So you're going to tap on that. And now what high contrast does is it gives you very contrasting colors over certain depths. So you can see from the very shallow stuff, it's a purple, and then your sort of fishing area goes from your red to orange to light orange, which isn't too contrasting. And then, of course, then the deeper stuff that you might not want to focus on is in green, but that's up to you. But these contrasts, if you zoom in here, you can see the type of detail that we'll get. Can you see those 1 foot increments pop up there? You got 24 feet over there, you got 27 feet over there, so you got 25, 26, 27. And guys, that is going to help you tremendously. The other nice thing is you can go back and under your chart options, you can change that to full. And the nice thing with full is we've got a low level satellite when the dam was down about 30 feet from where it is today. So that's a substantial a drop. And guys, there's some incredible information here. These old road beds, you can see where the very weeded areas are. You can really gather, just looking at the contrasting sort of greenery that's around there. That's going to tell you a hell of a lot of what you want to target, now that the water's fuller. But I'm sure the botanists in the group will know more about that. But where it will make a big difference is something like this. This you are not going to see now, okay? That you're not going to see now. But because the water level is sitting up at the top here, okay? If we go to a river section, so we'll change that now. We're going to go to your river high contrast. There it is there. Go back, go to your chart options, go to full, okay? And there, look, this is really, geez, this is classic. When we did the survey now recently, a little bit more than a week ago, this you will not know is there. If you weren't here when the dam was low, you will not know about this. So these are type of things that you really want to look out for. If you're not sure, what was this? How did this come about? You go to your sediment. Go and look at your sediment chart. Okay? On your sediment chart, go back, go to your chart options again, change your photo overlay from land only to full. And there it is. That's the old railway line. Now this sediment is fantastic. The Lawrence South Africa chart was derived from the sediment, but all they did is they extracted the main primary major contours. All the juicy stuff, what was actually there, obviously was gone. And guys, you really, really want to know this type of thing. What I've added on this sediment is if you want to go turn on land only, so you've got the colors, go back. You can go to, this is under chart options. You go to your categories, and under area, you carefully tap on the left side of where it says area. See there's a little drop down menu, turn them all off. And let's say you want to target the 10 to 20 foot range. And you don't want to target the 0 to 10 and the 20 to 30 and so forth. Okay? You can turn those on like that if you want, like that. Now, can you see what you've done now? In this blank area, this is in the range that you're interested in. This is your 10 to 20 feet range. Now, guys, it's very important here to understand that this is more of a planning tool than on the water tool, sorry. Now, some of you are thinking, well, what the hell did he just say? Yes, it's a fantastic tool while you're on the water and you've got situational awareness around you. But the guy that sits before a tournament and works with this information and sees, hang on, what the hell is going on here? This is very interesting. Pop something on there, pop your waypoint tool, give it a nice name. If you want to give it a story, you can type a big long story in there all about it. It's all up to you, and that will come as let's save it, and that will be an overlay on top there. Okay, and then of course you can change the color of these things as to how strong you think these things are. So, for example, if you think it's cold, it's something that it's not a proven waypoint, you'll leave it blue. If you've heard that it's a good spot, you make it yellow, for example. Or if you've actually banged a fish on there and it's proven to be a proven spot, then you make it red and then you save it. Now you've got a red hot spot. Okay, so your blue is your cold spots identified. Yellow is it's confirmed by somebody else but not proven by yourself, and then red is you've actually proven that that's a really hot spot. For those of you who don't make it in time, like if there's a big tournament, and that obviously you aren't going to have that opportunity to go and test all these spots and turn them from blue into different colors, for example. But anyway, you get my drift. What you can do in this range, if that's the range which you are targeting. Remember, don't be scared to go 20, 30, 30, 40, 40, 50. If tigers are anything like bass, you will find them at all depths. All depths. But I'm not going to talk too much about fishing. I must stick to what I know, and that is about charts. So the other thing that I've included, so I think this sediment chart, I think is going to be a very, very powerful tool for a lot of people. But this whole river section we did with side scan as well. I was out working the main lake, so I had no dealings with this section here. And guys, unfortunately, this isn't FishTec standard. Okay, it wasn't very well done. I think my guy was a bit distracted, unfortunately. But anyway, I've included it. I wasn't going to include it, but I'm going to include it anyway because I think some of you will get some information from you. But please do not judge FishTec and say this is the quality. This is why it's not called Ultra HF. And all the bass guys will know what Ultra HF is. It's a side scan, but it's an extremely high quality, high definition side scan. Whereas this is, yeah, it's like it's the first time that we ever did it. So I apologize for that. However, something like this, when you see something like this in the water, pay very close attention. These are those offshore weeds. And I can't tell you how many times when I was fishing with Tony Talbot, he helped us out over the days that I was there, especially when I was having problems with Amy and the wind was blowing, and we had to do a couple of rescues and recoveries and repairs on the water and adjustments. So, and he, while she was running, while we got brief windows, we went and did some fishing. And I can tell you, areas like this are great. And what's interesting here too, if you look at the Ultra HF, you see this here going down here? Might not be that obvious if you zoom in. There's a little hump there. But what is that hump next to? It's next to, if you're not sure, you think, hang on, what is this line going inside there? Remember, go back to your sediment. See, what is it? It's the old railway line. So we're back to the railway line again. So, but the mosaic is going to give you the detail about at the time of the, at the time of the survey, what was there. And in this case, it was all your weeds. It's a lot of these floating weeds. You will see a lot of timber. You will see some rocks. There's actually quite a bit that is on these charts, but like I said, you've got to zoom in and you've got to look very, very carefully at these type of things. Okay, so just pay very close attention to this type of thing, and you should get some great results. So yeah, let me just break it down. So you've got the sediment. We've dealt with the sediment. You've got your north high contrast, which goes all the way up there. Um, there's a lot of information. It's your, I've got your border in there, so you guys know when you're going into Eswatini. Um, but this type of detail and accuracy, a lot of these names that you might see here, these are taken off the sediment charts, in case you were wondering. If you think, where the hell did this guy get this information from? And this I got from the, as you can see there, I got this information from the sediment chart. That's called Devil's Dive, and for whatever reason. And so just so that you know where and what that is all about. Okay, then I've done the same for, there's your south high contrast. There we go. Very, very interesting area. I don't think it's a very popular area, but man, I just like this area. I would, I'm a little bit concerned about these hippos down here, but they seem to be a little bit aggro. But other than the hippos, a really lovely, interesting spot. And then we've got your river. Oh yes, not only have we got the the mosaic, the side scan mosaic, but we've also got um, a high contrast. And this, I think, is going to pay dividends. This is where your high contrast is really going to kick in, because you've got a lot of shallow stuff here, and you want as much detail as possible in these type of areas here. And this is where these high contrasting colors come in, and you can identify these creeks, channels, points, secondary points, humps. Man, this dam has got it all. But let me tell you, it's a massive body of water. And for the guys going and fishing the Jozini, the Tiger Bonanza, guys, sorry about that. That was my phone. Guys, I tell you what, this is, you have to have this. I mean, you can eliminate so much water. You could spend weeks, months just driving around in random places, But anyway, and wasting time really. But anyway, the other thing that I want to show you on the Jozini, there it is there. This is a brand new thing. Guys, this is the main primary launch. This is the big launch site, okay? But here we go. This is brand new. I've taken an area, it's off the waters. It's not a pop-up. It's not going to be in your face, but it's advertising. And what's nice about this is, for the users of the chart, let's say you're at Jozini Dam, I'm always going to try and keep it relevant. You are not going to find hair products, things that are not relevant to fishing your vehicle, anything to do with the tools that we as fishermen use. I will never go down that road. But let's say you're at the dam, you've got an engine problem, you need some help. You'll tap on D7 boating, you'll tap on that there, you'll tap on image, and then you'll go and get hold of Hansi Duvenacher. What a gentleman. These guys helped us out with the issue we had there, and really, he just dropped everything he was doing and he sorted us out. And yeah, really fantastic. So anyway, this is a new thing which I'm introducing. So all these details are there. He's got a very, very well stocked shop. Of course, Tony Talbot, which helped me out tremendously. He's there. He's got a guiding service. As a velo. Okay, there we go. So yeah, the Sodwana Club, of course, that you want to. There's all the information I've put about this year's 2022 Bonanza, and everybody to contact. They've got a lovely little well-stocked kiosk there with bait and ice and everything that you want. So for the guys that go camping, please support the little local shop there. So yeah, I think that's about it, guys. As I finish the video, I'll probably think of 100 other things I would like to show you. But guys, that's basically the Jozini Dam chart, the FishTec HD chart, and I think you guys are really going to love it. Get a hold of Colleen. You can place your orders there. The cost on the chart, she will give you the cost. We are doing it at a very, very low launch price. So yes, give her a shout and she'll give you all the details. And yeah, that's about it. So guys, thank you very much for watching. And for those of you who fish the bonanza every year and the one coming up now next month, tight lines, and let's see what the guys do with the new charts. Thanks for watching.